So my name is Jordan Passano, and I'm the Community Health Coordinator with Prevent Blindness Wisconsin. And June is Cataract Awareness Month, and so that's what I will be presenting on today's cataracts. So I'm just going to get started here. So for those of you who may or may not know who PBW is and what the work we do is, so we were founded in 1958, and we are a nonprofit organization located in downtown Milwaukee. And we do serve the entire state of Wisconsin. And our mission is to improve the lives of children, adults, and families through early detection of eye conditions. And by this, we conduct statewide vision screenings and public health education as well. A little bit more of what we do. We have many different partners throughout the state that we support with vision screenings. Some of these partners include health departments, shelters, free and reduced clinics, and the Wisconsin Lions Foundation. And then this past fiscal year, we have impacted over 336,000 Wisconsinites through our preventative vision health programming. We have served over 125,000 with direct preventative vision health services. We have also implemented 54 statewide vision screening trainings. And with that, we have certified over 1,400 individuals as certified vision screeners. And then 34 partnerships have viewed our online training video, which is really neat to see. Now getting into a little background about Wisconsin's adult vision health. So about 66% of Wisconsin adults age 40 years and older have some type of visual impairment or eye disease. So that's over half of our adult population. So that's alarming to see that rate there. And about 44% of older adults do not think they have to seek regular vision care because they don't have any current concerns or issues with their sight. And specifically for Wisconsin adults, their risk factors are primarily diabetes, obesity, binge drinking, and smoking. So all of these factors can increase one's risk of potentially developing an eye condition. So getting into cataract and what this is. So this is a clouding of the lens of the eye. Most cataracts do develop very slowly over the course of years. And also what it's like having a cataract, it can also almost look like you're looking through a cloudy window. And so a little anatomy of the eye. So we have the cornea here, the pupil here in the middle, and then sitting right behind the pupil is the lens, and that's what we're focusing on today. So as you can see, it's kind of a clear jelly-like part of the eye. And so what happens is the light goes through the cornea, through the pupil, and then through the lens, and it hits the back of the eye, a really sharp point there. And then it travels through the optic nerve, and then that travels to the brain, and then essentially tells us the picture that we're seeing. And so with cataracts, this process is disrupted. I'm just going to go back a slide here. So it doesn't hit the back of the eye like it should be in this picture here. So with that clouded lens, it kind of disrupts the light and it goes all over the place. So that is how cataracts affects what we're seeing. A couple of facts about cataracts is that it is the leading cause of vision loss in the US and the leading cause of blindness worldwide. So by age 65, 90% of adults will have a cataract, which is why we're here today bringing awareness to this eye condition. And it's also predicted that the number of visually impaired will triple by 2050. So here's a nice visual here. So at the top here, we have a clear, healthy lens, and then below we have a lens that is affected by a cataract. So it is has some brownish pigment in there, and it's more cloudy. And then to the right here, we have vision, comparing it to normal vision here. You can see the colors are more pigmented. It's more clear to see. And then next to that is what it looks like if you have a cataract. So it's a lot more cloudy and colors are less pigmented. And so here is another visual here. So this is what it looks like if you have normal vision. So you can see it's a clear, crisp picture. And then the next slide here is what you're looking at if you have a cataract. So again, it's very cloudy. It's way more hard to see, and the colors aren't as pigmented as well. So some of the symptoms you may experience if you have a cataract, this can include blurred vision or double vision, or it may seem like there's a film over the eyes. Light may seem too dim or too strong, where it can be too overwhelming. And also your visual field may look washed out, or you may be seeing more brownish colors as well. You may also experience frequent changes in glasses prescription, or from the outside visual, you may see a milky or yellow spot in the pupil. And some risk factors I kind of touched on in the previous slides. Cataracts can be hereditary. It could be caused from underlying diseases such as prediabetes or diabetes that I'll get into in the next couple of slides. It can also be from long-term steroid use, eye injuries, smoking, and also long-term unprotected exposure to sunlight, which I'll explain a little bit more in the next couple of slides. So there are 4 different types of cataracts. So there's age-related, congenital, traumatic, and secondary, and I will explain what each one is a little bit more deeply. So starting with age-related, so this is the most common cataract that we see. This is 95% of cataracts are age-related. And this is because as we age, protein can build up and form into clumps on the lens of the eye. And so this can occur in one eye or both eyes, but it cannot spread to one eye or the other. And then this picture here, you can kind of see the pupil of a normal eye. It's black there, and then with the cataracts, you can see there's a little pigment in there. It's a little cloudy and white. And the second form of cataracts here, we have congenital. So it's a little bit of the opposite of age-related. This one is present at birth, and it's typically caused by infection or inflammation during pregnancy, or can be inherited. So what's crucial about this is once it's diagnosed, we want to immediately get that removed. We also have traumatic cataracts. So this can be caused by an injury to the eye. So essentially what this is it's damage to the lens of the eye, and this can be from a hard blow, cut, puncture, intense heat, or a chemical burn. And it can also be an indirect or direct injury as well. And lastly, we have secondary cataracts. So this can be from a pre-existing condition such as prediabetes or diabetes, which is the most common that we're seeing. And this can be formed from long-term medication use, or also due to severe eye infections as well. So getting into a little bit more about diabetes and cataracts and why these two correlate. So those that have diabetes are 60% more likely to have a cataract. And this is because cataracts form at a quicker rate when you have diabetes due to higher blood glucose levels. And then that essentially affects the lens of the eye by changing the size of it, and it also causes buildup of protein way more quickly with enzymes in the body as well. Also, smoking and cataracts, so this can double to triple your risk of forming cataracts. So smoking is not good for your eyes as well. And this is because cigarette smoke can alter the cells of the lens through oxidization, and it can accumulate debris such as heavy metals. And then that negatively impacts the lens of your eyes and can increase your risk for developing a cataract. And then sunlight and cataracts and how the sun impacts our vision as well. So the UVA and UVB rays can affect our overall health of the eye, and it can damage the lens of the eye over time as well. So how you can prevent this is by always wearing sunglasses and also a large brimmed hat when you're outside. And just a little tip, when you're looking to buy sunglasses, there's a little sticker on the lens there, and it should say UVA, UVB 100% protected. So that's always pretty good to know. In cataract treatment here, so our only treatment is getting surgery. This is generally an outpatient procedure. And so what this does is this removes that clouded lens and it replaces it with an artificial lens. However, this can increase the risk of retina detachment. And so we also get a lot of questions about reoccurring cataract. Can this reoccur? And the answer to that is that it does not reoccur on that artificial lens. However, that artificial lens can wear out over time. It can get cloudy. However, it's not considered a cataract. So if that is the case, typically you can go in and a little laser will open up that capsule and it'll allow light to pass through again. And we also get a lot of questions about when should we go in and see the eye doctor or how often. And so what we recommend is that adults 18 to 59 years old that have no current vision concerns should get a dilated eye exam every 2 to 4 years. However, if this age category does have a vision concern, they should go every year or recommended by your eye doctor. And then if you are 60 years and older, you should be getting an eye exam every year as well. And I have a couple links here to our website. We have a ton of adult vision health resources on there, from how to make an eye doctor appointment to different fact sheets and educational videos, and much more. So I highly recommend to check out our website for other information regarding adult vision health. And that's all I have for our presentation today. Thank you all for joining. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me. I have my email listed here, or call me as well. Otherwise, you can type in the chat box or have your question out loud. Thank you.